Welcome back to Bottom of the Barrel.
I'm Jeff.
And I'm Ben, and we're scraping the bottom of the barrel to find the best, worst movies that we can think of.
Because, like us, you may take immense pleasure in that for whatever reason.
Today we're going to be looking at another Godfrey Ho movie. He's a channel favorite, and you can expect to see him a lot on our show here. This is Ninja Terminator from 1986, and as I mentioned, it is directed by Godfrey Ho. This movie posits a world where ninjas in Japan live in dojos where the lanterns and the walls are all adorned with pictures of ninjas doing ninja things. The ninjas also wear guy liner, and their outfit changes depending on the situation.
Yeah, sometimes it's black, sometimes it's red, and sometimes it's camo.
Straight up camouflage. This is the first movie that I've ever seen, or the first anything where I've ever seen a ninja wearing a camouflage outfit. Not to mention a ninja wearing a camouflage outfit in the middle of an urban center where it would do
hmm
no good at all. So,
Well, I mean,
yeah,
considering the number of the ninjas that are Caucasian and American, maybe they were just bringing their own flavor
it,
over to the East.
there definitely is no more of an American ninja outfit than a camouflage one, if you ask me.
No.
So, what happens in this movie is the leaders of the global ninja empire, and it is the 20th anniversary of the global ninja empire, by the way. That's something that they want you to know for sure.
Today is the 20th anniversary of our ninja empire.
They have assembled the pieces of an idol. There's three pieces of this idol that when you put it together, it makes whoever does their waggle fingers on this thing, because they waggle their fingers on this statue a lot, it makes them invulnerable. Okay? So they get super ninja powers. And so the global ninja empire wants their boss to be invulnerable.
Or
Now,
so
this
they think until it happens.
exactly. So this puzzle doesn't look like it's too complicated. These things fit together very easily. It's not a skill testing challenge or anything like that. To get this power, you pretty much just get it, right? You waggle your fingers, you become invulnerable. Now, before they can do anything cool with this statue, three guys, all in black. One of them's name is Harry McQueen. One of them is some white guy who I don't think we ever get his name, but he's a goofy looking son of a bitch.
Uh, Baron, I believe.
Baron? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I never got his name out of anywhere. And then this other guy named Tamashi. Okay. Each one of these guys snakes one of the pieces of the statue and they run in three different directions. Except they don't just run. Everybody walks with very small steps, and the camera gets sped up. And it kills me every time I see it.
I can only imagine that they were able to rent a space, the or whatever, and the one rule is no running
Hmm.
for because it could be like some sort of a liability for
They're
the owner or whatever.
they're not on the turbo team. They they're not allowed to run.
See, you're not part of the turbo team! Don't run! You don't run with us! We're the ones who run!
I
So
didn't catch that.
these guys are
Shame on
also
me.
all dressed in black, and the heist that they're pulling is in broad daylight, which is kind of a stupid thing too, because that brings more attention to yourself. The ninjas that run after them are all in red, and these guys don't like to run. They like to cartwheel, and they like to flip. So they'll run for a little bit.
Tremendous cartwheels.
Tremendous cartwheels. They'll cartwheel for a while.
Hmm.
And another thing that I noticed here that I had written down in my notes is that Ninja Master Harry's eyebrows are so powerful that they extend out from over his hood. Hmm.
And an insane ability to put on eyeliner really fast.
Yeah, that guy liner goes on instantly. Now, after these three ninjas in black escape, Tamashi is attacked by a ninja, so he wants to goof around with the statue a little bit. So he starts waggling his fingers and all that sort of thing. And he gets attacked by another ninja in red. So he does the thing where he blocks the blade, but then he makes a rookie mistake because he turns his back on a ninja. And you never turn your back on a ninja. And he starts goofing around again, and he takes a throwing star in the back. And this throwing star is a deadly throwing star because it kills him instantly.
He was one of, I mean, him, the three. who stole the three pieces of the
Yeah.
Golden Ninja Warrior were like, aside from their supreme leader, they were like the three best ninjas in the world, and he
Yeah.
made that kind of a rookie mistake, which
It's pretty crazy.
yeah.
And then we cut to Tamashi's sister and her brother, and they're discussing their brother's death. And they think he was involved in some criminal stuff, like maybe drugs or something like that, but they're not sure. What happens is we cut to and the voice actress for the sister is terrible. Another movie, one of these movies with all crazy voice actors.
Because I don't know what we're gonna do without Tamashi.
We cut to a new guy who's a smuggler who wants the statue. So we haven't seen this guy before, and we definitely haven't seen his henchman Tiger, because Tiger walks down, and this guy Tiger Chen is wearing the craziest blonde bob haircut wig that you've ever seen. He's wearing a white suit, and I believe he's wearing a white suit, or is he wearing a black suit? I think it's a
I'm
white
pretty
suit.
sure it's white.
Yeah, wearing a white suit with black gloves, black shoes, and this blonde bob haircut wig. And it is wild. So he wants to send his boys to go gather up Tamashi's remains to try and find that statue. His voice actor for Tiger Shen reminds me a lot of George Takei. I think the guy was trying to do a George Takei voice.
Oh,
Oh my.
Like that. So that was what Tiger was doing.
You are to search out Tamashi's brother, Ikaza, and assistant Machiko, who are believed to be in possession of the body of the Golden Ninja Warrior.
Tamashi's brother is dressed straight out of like some sort of 70s disco player outfit. Like he's dressed to the nines, he's out in his car. He gets stopped by these guys who are also dressed like a bunch of guys who are rejects from the disco. And they're all wearing stocking masks on their face, and they kill Tamashi's brother big time. And then we go back to Ninja Master Harry. So we're done with
Yep.
these guys again. He is playing Fruit Ninja, but for reals.
yep.
Yeah.
Makes quick work of that watermelon.
Yeah, he's got a wakizashi. He's got one of the shorter ninja blades. And he's playing Fruit Ninja for reals in his apartment, which seems like it'd be a mess. And he's cutting that watermelon up like crazy, and it's falling apart. So he's one of my favorite movie characters of all time, Ninja Master Harry. I kind of wish that he did his other Godfrey Ho shit in this one, and he was wearing a headband that said ninja, so you know he's a ninja, like he does in the other movies. But
Oh yeah, which one? What was that? I can't remember which one that was, but
it's so many. We can do all of them on this channel. It will be so much fun. There's crazy business in these movies. Like the number of Caucasian ninjas that let you know they're ninjas by wearing a headband that says ninja on it is ridiculous. Then it shows the other guy who Jeff says his name is Baron, but I just put the other white guy in my notes. Is spinning fire around, and that's a lot more impressive than playing Fruit Ninja, if you ask me. He's got like these fire pots and he's spinning them all around, and it's definitely not the guy. It's somebody else dressed like him who's doing it. Then we get a scene where Harry is polishing his sword suggestively in front of his wife, and she tells him that she's making him his favorite, which is his favorite meal for dinner, which is named drunken crab.
What is that?
Hang on in there, you'll find out.
But then all the crabs get loose, and she loses her absolute shit. And Harry just like whips a little knife at one of them, like, and it's dead.
as only the Ninja Terminator can do.
He's not the Ninja Terminator.
He's not the Ninja Terminator.
He's not the Ninja Terminator.
Oh, okay.
He's just
Okay.
Ninja Master Harry McQueen. So Harry is in a solo operation. He calls his homie on the phone. His homie Jaguar Wong, who's like the coolest guy. This
Oh, yeah.
dude walks around dressed in like the best 70s clothes that you can afford, that you can think of. Big old sunglasses on, acting like a tough guy all the time. This guy's a big shot.
Hi, Jaguar. Yeah, listen, I just heard Tamashi's brother, Ikaza, was just killed this morning.
Huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's too bad. Thanks anyway.
Ciao.
Jaguar Wong, maybe he's a ninja, like Ninja Master Harry. He works for a ninja. He certainly doesn't dress like a ninja. He dresses like
No,
Jaguar
he's-
Wong. Yeah.
He's like the Patrick Bateman of ninjas. He's just so smooth and elegant, but he knows how to handle himself.
He knows how to handle himself, and he knows how to handle the ladies too.
He sure does.
So,
Like the one that he. Oh, sorry, no, I'm
No, go
getting
ahead.
ahead of myself. Go ahead.
these two vow to protect Tamashi's sister and retrieve the idol, but before he can do that, So before he can protect her, he has to find where her restaurant is. So he walks around town wearing his suit and he finds some guys playing baseball. And he asks them where the restaurant is. And the guy says,
You're looking in the wrong place. Around here, there ain't no restaurant.
when clearly there's a restaurant right there.
Yeah,
And it's
right down the
Machiko's
street.
restaurant. He could have seen it.
Mhm.
But these guys decide that they want to fight Jaguar Wong. And what do you think about that fight?
It was luckily brief, but it was hysterical. I mean, it was the most pointless, I don't know, maybe filler fight I think that Godfrey Ho's ever put in anything. But yeah, Jaguar shows those guys what's up in short order.
He does get to do something cool though, because some guy throws a baseball at him and he kicks the baseball out of the air and it hits two of the other guys.
Yes.
And I think it hits one of the guys in the nuts too, which is always an additive bonus, right?
Yeah.
Jaguar Wong finds Machiko's restaurant and he goes into it and he sits down at a table while he's waiting for her to come over and talk to him. And for whatever reason, he pulls a six-sided dice out of his pocket and he just rolls it on the table. And he looks really pleased with the result. I couldn't see what the result was. I would only imagine
Oh.
it's a 6. Unless he's doing some sort of live action role playing where he's rolling a dice on the table to determine what he's going to do next because he's got this list of things. So if I roll a 3, I'm going to talk to her. If I roll a 4, I'm going to kick her. Like that sort of thing.
Or maybe it's a Chinese custom. If you roll a 6 when you go to talk to a woman, she has to talk to you back.
Maybe. You never know.
But she doesn't seem all that interested.
Yeah, and I still think that even though they keep making references to things from China, I think that they're still supposed to be in Japan at this point in time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's weird because they keep making references to like when Michiko and her and Tamashi's brother were talking. Like, do you think he's involved in triad activity? Like, there's not a whole lot of triad in Japan. There is a little bit.
Right.
Yeah. He warns Michiko about the ninjas. He heads back out to his car, and there's a guy wearing a full white suit working on his engine, which is mistake number one, because you don't want to wear a full white suit while you're working on your car engine. And plus, he's also got a D.D. Ramon haircut, which I noted
Yeah.
because I thought it was very funny. Jaguar, as he's walking by, it looks like he totally pinches the guy's butt too, like he pinches his ass.
Hey, I'm sorry.
And this guy gets into a fight with him.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he was going to get into a fight with him before he pinched his ass, but he does afterwards, and some buddies join him or something like that too. So he beats these guys up on a car.
Literally, one of them flies in the air and lands on the car.
I think Jaguar's own car that he arrived in got the windshield smashed out. So I don't think it bothered
I
him all
didn't
that
put
much
that
either.
together, but yeah, you might be right.
Yeah, he smashes up a lot of cars. It's pretty weird. Next, a ninja tries to ambush Harry in his house. So this guy sneaks into Harry's house and he starts poking around in all of his cupboards looking for something. I can only imagine that it's the golden idol, which Harry would not just stuff in a drawer somewhere. That'd be weird, right? Because then his wife could get it and then his wife could be invulnerable.
We don't see her ever again, do we?
We see her a couple of times.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll be back later. This guy ambushes Harry, but you can't ambush Harry because he's Ninja Master Harry. So this guy thinks he's got the drop on him, but then it makes the Godfrey Ho teleportation noise, and all of a sudden he pops back up in full camouflage gear with the guy liner all ready to go.
Yep.
Dude whips a throwing star at him, and he catches it on his retractable sai, which is a trick that I didn't know that you could do.
It spins.
It's spinning. It's so cool, right? I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I guess their throwing stars have their own insignias on them so that you can know their handiwork. So if they kill a guy, you know who killed the guy because you always want to leave your signature at a crime scene, right? So this guy's this throwing star that he threw was the other white guy ninja, the Baron guy. It was his insignia on this ninja star. And then the guy disappears in like a puff of smoke. He does the ninja smoke bomb, boom thing, and then he disappears. Then that same ninja, and he's in red too. So like they know the guy's wearing red. They know it's not. He knows it's not Baron, and Baron knows it's not Harry. But either way, the same ninja tries to break into the other guy's house, and it's pretty cool what he does. He's got these little crampon things that he can climb up the wall, like he's Wolverine, but on his hands instead of on his claws. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So he goes in there and he starts going through this guy's drawers. And then he makes like he's going to attack this guy too. But this guy is also a ninja master and he cannot be caught. So he does the same thing where he teleports out and then teleports back in wearing his guy liner and his ninja outfit. And then he throws a ninja star that has Harry's insignia on it. So you know what's happening at this point in time, right? You know that somebody's playing these two guys against each other. But there's an added bonus for this fight because the guy this time shoots fire out of his sleeve at Baron. But luckily, Baron has a counterattack for that because he has a fire extinguisher in his sleeve and he just goes like that and shoots fire extinguisher at it.
I think that was my favorite scene.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was a good counter move. And then we go back to Jaguar. Jaguar fights. He fights a bunch of more guys, including the DD Ramon haircut guy again.
Mhm.
Okay, and this time, Jaguar's coat gets ripped, and so he steals this guy's jewelry because Jaguar's like that, right? He's like a ring for a coat. Seems only fair to me. I'm Jaguar Wong. Ha 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 ha, like that.
A ring for a coat. I think that's pretty fair. Oh!
But this time when Jaguar goes to pawn this guy's ring because he wants to buy a new suit, he sees
Oh, he
his
won't
ex
take it.
Lily. Sorry?
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah. And that's who Jeff was talking about. This guy's ex Lily.
His ex Lily is also dating Tiger's main henchman.
Yeah, whose name is Victor Lee. They run into he sees her, but they don't talk at the pawn shop where he's trying to sell this loser's ring. And the guy at the pawn shop says,
"Well, this sort of ring only comes from a box of Cracker Jacks."
he decides to chase after Lily like a creep. Okay?
Yeah.
And Jaguar Wong, when he's chasing somebody in a car, he does zigzags like this.
Yeah, they just did zigzags the whole way.
They did zigzags the whole way, and then she finally pulls over and he assaults her in the respect that he grabs her and he kisses her and he starts making out
Yeah.
with her. And she did not consent to this.
Nope.
But she likes it and she has sex with him. And that is a
That's
bad
the
message.
Jaguar
to
way.
portray. Yeah, it's the Jaguar
No.
way, but you cannot take your lessons from Jaguar Wong, folks. You can't do that stuff. That's not cool. That's called assault. Okay,
This
back to where we
PSA
were.
brought to you by Bottom of the Barrel.
Yes. Yes. We're very understanding of consent here. All right.
Consent is sexy.
Yes, very.
You're goddamn right.
And so Harry and Baron are now fighting because they've been pitted against each other. They think each one of them thinks that the other guy threw a ninja star at him. And they're not too happy about that because ninja stars are deadly in this world. Because if you get hit by one like Tamashi, you're dead. It's just it's over for you. It's curtains. We learn that there is a third person. They're smart enough to figure out that there's a third person pitting them against each other, and that his name is probably that asshole Yamato.
Yeah.
Whoever Yamato is. I think he's the guy in red. I don't know. And he's the third guy in the Ninja Triangle of Force. Now, we learn a lot about ninja politics here. Do you remember what the ninja politics are?
I missed out on that one.
So the Ninja Triangle of Force are Ninja Master Harry McQueen, this guy Baron over here, and Yamato. And the three of them keep a reign on the global ninja empire.
Wow.
So as long as the Triangle of Force is in effect, the global ninja empire will never take over forever. They won't get all the power because these three guys are the triangle. But what happens is if one of those guys gets too greedy and they want to take the power for themselves, then the triangle goes into disarray. Right?
This was explained?
This was explained. I may have extrapolated a little bit, but I don't know.
Okay.
I think it was explained. I don't know. We learn about the Ninja Triangle of Force, okay? So, and then we go back to Jaguar Wong. Jaguar Wong's back. It's playing a jaunty disco beat again. He's walking around. The bad guys send 4 guys this time to fight Jaguar. Because first time they sent 2 guys, then they sent 3, and now they send 4. So 4 guys are there to beat Jaguar Wong again. The DD Ramon guy is back again. He just keeps coming back for more.
He won't quit.
He won't quit. Just like DD. DD will never quit. Rest in peace, DD.
Rest in peace.
1, 2, 3, 4.
He kicks all of their asses, and so they send a mini boss after him this time. Except the mini boss is the guy who owns the pawn shop. Because apparently he's DD Ramon guy's brother. And he's not too pleased about the ring. Yeah.
It's always such a small world in Godfrey Ho movies.
Yeah,
Like,
everybody knows
why
everybody.
wouldn't the guy who owns the pawn shop be also involved in the story somehow?
Yeah. And they
I mean,
all telegraph exactly what's going on in their minds too. It's like,
That ring you brought into my shop didn't belong to you.
Huh?
It belonged to my brother, and I'm here to take revenge now.
we flash back to Harry, and Harry gets a message from the evil ninja empire. And Jeff, how do the ninjas communicate with each other?
toy robots.
They send
Oh,
plastic toy robots into each other's homes, and nobody sees them coming, and
and, the-
nobody knows what happens to them afterwards.
and it seems that they don't put too much faith into these plastic toy robots, because right after the robot comes and delivers the message,
Yeah.
Harry gets a phone call from the people who sent the robot.
So it was that asshole Yamato on the phone. Harry talks to Yamato about the global ninja empire and the need to reform the global ninja empire because they're evil. And then he tells him to go to hell and hangs up his iconic Garfield phone.
Go to hell!
And the
The
Garfield phone,
greatest meme ever created from a Godfrey Ho movie.
the greatest meme ever created. I post it all the time, the go to hell and hanging up the Garfield phone,
Yeah.
because I think it's the best. Jaguar, back to Jaguar, because we seem to be flipping back and forth between the two, scene for scene. Jaguar disguises himself in a hat because he is a master of disguise, as we'll see pop up again and again. Disguises himself in a hat, and then he beats some guys up on a car. He gives one of the guys a titty twister, kicks him in the ass, and then pulls his hair. And that's dirty fighting, if you ask me. I don't think that that's okay. And he kidnaps this guy. And I believe it's also the Dee Dee Ramone haircut guy.
Yeah.
I think it's the same guy again. Or then Jaguar goes to interrupt a celebration that Machiko is a part of that looks like a wedding. It looks like she's getting married.
Something,
Yeah.
a wedding or a banquet or
Yeah. They say
my
it's a,
notes. I just called it a random party.
and this is the point where things started making sense to me that this is not one contiguous movie. That this is in fact two movies that Godfrey Ho has pulled his Dustin Ferguson shit on. I'm calling it out again. Uh, where his company ITN. If you didn't watch the last episode, Godfrey Ho worked for a company called ITN, and they bought the rights to movies from other places in the world, usually in the Asian subcontinent, where they'd buy movies from Korea or from Thailand or from Japan in some cases, and then he'd splice them into his own movies. And this was from a Korean movie called The Uninvited Guest of the Star Ferry. So all of the Jaguar Wong stuff, all of the Machiko stuff, all of the Tiger with the bob haircut guy, they're all a different movie. Ninja Master Harry and the Ninjas, they're one movie. These guys, different movie. This is where it all started to make sense. I've seen this movie 4 times, and I did not know that this was two separate movies until today.
Godfrey was he was unlike Dustin Ferguson in that he was a master of making you think you were watching one movie.
I wrote in here my notes. It's 2026, and this still happens, and we call it doing a Dustin Ferguson. Now, Machiko, she's at this celebration that looks like a wedding. The lights go out for a second, and she's kidnapped. She's gone. Like poof, in the span of seconds. Okay, so now we're back to the bad guy ninjas, okay? And this is where we see Harry's wife again, because Harry's wife is at work and she's a fashion director or something like that. She tells fashion people what to do. And they come outside because they're going to go to lunch, and the Ninja Empire has left a very subtle message on his windshield by soaping it completely and writing the word ninja on it.
Yeah.
So they're very careful about letting people know who that they're ninjas. And so he scrapes the soap off and it tells him that he has 2 days left. 2 days left, ninja. Pretty funny stuff. The other white guy ninja, Baron, has a weird face. I wrote in my notes, because he does. He gets a message from the Ninja Empire as well via a toy robot, but his place has a step in front of it, so the toy robot gets stuck and it can't come in the house. It's just kind of stuck there walking against this step. But this guy does a little finger waggle in front of his own statue, which is an arm with a sword. And then he takes a sword and starts chopping his own arm, and it just makes a clang sound over and over again because it makes it so that he has a metal arm.
Mhm.
Now we go back to Jaguar Wong. And he
Yeah.
goes to meet Victor Lee at Club Volvo, which I suppose is named after the European car. He sees Lily again at this bar at Club Volvo. And then he chases her out of the bar, and they transport through space and time because suddenly it's the middle of the day and they're at an old temple. He chases her up into this temple, and he's ambushed by a bunch of guys. And these guys actually capture Jaguar Wong this time. And for whatever reason, the Dee Ramone haircut guy who we've been hearing talk through this entire thing now has a wild Australian accent for exactly one scene.
Ooh, you're really gonna pay. Do you remember how you locked me up in that hotel wardrobe for a few days?
One scene. And then it's back to normal. Jaguar gives his captors a trick cigarette that pops, and it allows him to escape.
Yeah, and they have a very long conversation about it.
Yeah.
Tell me, can a dying man have a last wish? Huh? A cigarette?
Yes, you can. And so he lights him a cigarette and he hands it to him and he says,
No thanks. I really prefer my own brand.
like, okay. And the guy's like,
Would you have one too? I don't want
Yeah.
you to think, I don't want to die with you thinking I'm a mean son of a bitch.
It's exactly what he says.
I'd hate for you to remember me as a mean son of a bitch, so go ahead.
So weird. The dialogue in this movie is crazy. But yeah, this cigarette pops, I guess. It's one of those trick cigarettes that makes a snapping sound. And that's enough to get Jaguar Wong out of trouble. And he beats everybody up. He beats everyone
He
up in
gets
this
out of the
entire
ropes
building.
on the chair and he just swirls around and
Yeah.
he's Jaguar once again.
He beats up everyone in the building that I wrote. He fights everyone. A video of Machiko being tortured is delivered to Ninja Master Harry, and he watches it with his wife. And she's kind of freaked out by it, but he's just kind of annoyed that he has to go save Machiko, I guess. Or he's not going to save Machiko. He's going to tell Jaguar to do it. He doesn't get his hands dirty with that business. He also calls Wong and asks him to kidnap Lily in retaliation.
Baron gets the same video as well, right?
Yeah, Baron gets the video as well, I suspect. He doesn't actually, we don't actually see him watch it, but he does get a video too. I don't know if
the version, I mean, what I saw, he gets a video and he takes his shirt off to watch it.
Oh, yes, but it's not Machiko. The video that he got is him being explained that he's got two days or he's going to die because the guy who's recorded this video is the Ninja Terminator. He's doing a voiceover of some woman who's committing harakiri because she's dishonored her ninja, because she's a traitor to the ninja or something like that.
Okay.
And then you hear his voiceover saying that he is the Ninja Terminator and he's coming for him.
I was just mostly puzzled as to why Baron took his shirt off to watch the video.
Well, because you don't know what the video is going to have on it, right?
Ooh la la.
Who knows what it could lead to?
If somebody sends him some ninja porn, he wants to be ready.
I'm so on board with that.
So Harry activates his statue and he chops his arm a couple of times too, just so that you know that these guys have metal arms. Okay. Now, have you figured out what these statues actually do yet?
The Golden Ninja Warrior, the three pieces.
Yeah.
Now, when they're all put together, they're supposed to make you invincible.
Yeah.
But I guess if you only have one, you can just hit yourself in the arm with a sword and nothing's going to happen.
I figured out that it makes the part that the statue is of, if you've got one piece of it, it makes that part invulnerable. So yeah, so if it's the sword, the arm holding the sword like that, and you use it, it makes this arm invulnerable, or vice versa, or the chest and back.
I have a feeling you might be the only person who's ever seen this movie and made that realization.
I watched it very carefully.
Yeah, you clearly.
Because you'll see that in the last fight at the end, that some guys will get hit in the chest, and it's the guy who's activated the chest one, and it's just you're invulnerable in the spot that the statue represents. So you're always vulnerable in the nuts and the legs, because there is no legs and nuts in that statue.
No, I was just thinking that it's a bust. It's just a torso.
Yeah. So you're good for your head. If you've got the three pieces, arms, head, back, chest, nuts, very vulnerable. You're done.
Yeah, protect yourself from the waist down.
You need to wear a cup. No, I don't think these
cup.
ninjas are wearing cups, right? Back to Jaguar. He kidnaps Lily by posing as a cab driver. He is a master of disguise. He's wearing a wig and a fake mustache and his sunglasses.
Driver, you're going the wrong way.
No, I don't think so. I know where I'm going.
So many wigs in
Yeah.
this movie.
Juvevigs. Do you know that one?
No.
No, okay. That's another YouTube video. Maybe I'll cut that one out.
Okay.
That was a niche joke.
Oh, it was a deep cut.
It's a deep cut. I'll probably leave it in anyway because it's funnier that way.
Why the
My
hell
joke's
not?
not landing is very funny.
Yeah, there's always room for a good wah wah sound effect.
Wah, 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 wah. He does his little wiggle driving again. Well, he's got the guard and Lily in the back of his cab because the wiggle driving is something that will always knock people around or knock people out or whatever. And then he pulls this guy out and he beats him up. I wouldn't really classify this as a kidnapping though, because Lily seems to want to go with him. Seems to be a big joke to her. She's laughing and smiling about it. A guy named Professor Soong appears, and Professor Soong visits Tiger Chen, and he's created a new time bomb.
A fine piece of work.
Thank you.
And this guy, when he's asked by Tiger, "Will it blow up my enemies?" He says,
Well, I'd say sky high.
I have no memory of this scene whatsoever.
"Yeah, well, it's where they wanted to they wanted to show you where the bomb comes from because the bomb comes up next, right? Uh, there's a double
right,
cross.
yeah.
Yeah. So Victor Lee goes to exchange Lily for Machiko, and there's a big old double cross because Machiko, yeah. Why don't you say
It's
what
not
happens?
her.
Yeah,
And as the person is walking toward Jaguar,
yeah,
with clearly a man,
yeah. It's clearly
Jaguar is
the
actually
Dee Ramon
surprised.
haircut guy again.
Yeah, it's Dee Ramon. And yeah, somehow for as smooth as Jaguar
Yeah.
was, he's quite easily fooled.
Machiko, let me untie you.
Rather than just let these guys beat up Jaguar, yes, as you said, they call him Jaguar, and he calls himself that over and over again. Rather than just let him get beaten up by these guys and die, and then have Machiko get blown up, he tells them the whole plan. He says,
You know what this is? It's a remote unit that controls a powerful time bomb, which is attached to Machiko.
and so naturally, Jaguar goes and runs for that time bomb. And he hauls ass to that underground hideout, and he gets there just in time. And Godfrey Ho tried to do a slow-mo effect, and he didn't know how to do it. So what he did was he let the scene play out, and then he'd do a pause every 3 seconds or so. So it'd be like run, 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 and that was his bozo slow-mo. It was pretty funny.
Bozo slow-mo, I think you just coined a new term.
So he rescues Machiko. Hooray! The job is done. Machiko's rescued. Harry's notified that he's being challenged at Devil's Rock. And the way he's being challenged is they attached a Halloween decoration to his sliding door and said, "Challenge at Devil's Rock." And it was looked like something that you'd buy at Spirit Halloween, but again, probably 20 years before Spirit Halloween existed.
Oh, at least.
When Harry is Harry is training by chopping candles with his ninja sword. While he's doing that, the other ninja guy, Baron, that's where he gets the tape and he takes his shirt off to enjoy it.
Okay,
Yeah.
It's no wonder that with the disorganization and incoherence of these scenes, I can't remember in which order. I mean, he's not following the 7 or 12 point story structure here. So
Absolutely not. No,
it's
not by
just
a
a
long
collection
shot.
of scenes.
Yeah. Next, there's a big long fight between Jaguar and Tiger Chen. And Tiger Chen is wearing a black one-piece jumpsuit with white gloves and white shoes, and he whips that blonde bob haircut off to reveal a black bob underneath.
Yeah, that's the greatest reveal in the whole movie. I couldn't believe that was a blonde wig.
There's feet flying everywhere. These two men love to kick. They're kicking everywhere, kicking everything, kicking sand at each other, getting sand in each other's faces. That's dirty. Jaguar does that a lot. He's a dirty fighter, this guy. But eventually, Tiger Chen is up on some sort of platform, and he jumps down, but instead of just doing a regular jump, he does like a corkscrew motion while he's jumping with his legs out, and that drills him down into the sand. And he's stuck. And so Jaguar goes up and he finishes him off.
Yep, and that after once again another Godfrey Ho movie where he defies the laws of how sand works.
Yeah.
He just sinks into the sand and then is kicked to death.
Ouch.
Next is the ultimate fight in the whole movie. It's the three-way, that's the big old three-way between Harry, Baron, and that asshole Yamato. It looks like Harry and Baron are teamed up against this guy. Harry's in his classic camouflage gear, Yamato's in red, and Baron's in black. And what'll happen is Harry will fight him for a while. Harry will fight Yamato for a while, and then he'll do the ninja teleport. He'll disappear, and then Baron will jump in from off screen, and then he'll fight for a while, and then they'll do that. But before this all started, they all gave each other time to do little rituals with their statues so that they could be invulnerable, because that was important to let those other guys have a chance to become invulnerable too, right?
You always do that before a fight.
Yeah. There's ninja stars flying everywhere. There's different color smoke bombs flying everywhere. And everybody seems to have a smoke bomb that corresponds with the color that they're wearing. Although Harry's was it green? I don't remember if it was green or not.
I should never watch Robo Vampire and Ninja Terminator
On the same
in the
day?
same day
Yeah.
because I keep forgetting. I
They
know
fit
there's
together.
green smoke in one of those movies, but which one is
Yeah.
it?
Baron is killed via a dirty trick. Baron goes to grab the guy, and then he's got these clawed spikes, these poison claw spikes, I guess, coming out of his outfit.
Yeah, like on his elbows.
Yeah, on his elbow, because he grabs his elbow or something like that, and he gets spiked. And so Baron is dead. And Harry thinks that that's bad news, but I don't remember what Harry did to win this fight in the end. But he gets all three pieces of the statue, Harry. He puts them together and does a little waggle move, and then Yamato blows himself up. He just like Yamato pieces flying everywhere. Go.
Yeah, it was like a new form of harikari, but
Yeah,
where you explode.
yeah, exactly. And that's the end of the movie. It's a wild movie. It's a crazy movie.
Yeah.
And it's I've watched it like 4 times. I think it's definitely one of my favorite martial arts movies of all time.
And we forgot to mention the best part of the movie, which comes in the opening credits, where we're seeing in the background just a variety of bondage sex toy accessories. And we learned that the assistant director is Jimmy Poon.
And I didn't even notice that. And like I'm glad you noticed it because I missed it completely.
This is the service I this is why we partner, because I see the things that you miss.
Yeah, exactly. So, Jeff, what do you think of Ninja Terminator?
Well, we've got an incomprehensible plot, and it's not boring. As I always say, the only bad movies are the boring ones. So I'm throwing 10 out of 10 stars right its way.
Well, I'll tell you, any movie that stars Ninja Master Harry, Richard Harrison, I believe his name is good enough for me, and I rated it a 10 out of 10 as well.
Should we just end on that?
No, we got to do something. But my brain started there. Yeah,
I did too. We simultaneously froze.
Yeah, look. Well, folks, that brings us to the end of our episode on Ninja Terminator. I hope you enjoyed it. And remember that you can subscribe to Jeff's channel. You can subscribe to my channel. And you can do that by clicking the little subscribe button on this. We're collaborating, so you can subscribe to both of us at exactly the same time. It won't take you any extra effort, and it won't cost you a penny. So go ahead, subscribe to us, enjoy the rest of our content, and we hope that you'll join us next week for another crazy movie. Bye!